Hi everyone. Today we are going to discuss about structures. Very important concept in C. When you are studying data structure, it will be helpful in creating linked list, all those things. So that's why it is important. Now, here you can able to see in this program we have used a structure here. Basically, what do you mean by structure is nothing but structure is a keyword. Structures are actually used to create a data type and it helps you to n number of different data types which are available right now in the C. So that will be combined together and make all those data types as a members of the structure. That is the reason why we will going to use the structure. Basically what happens when you see this one, struct, it's a keyword actually. When you see this one, it is a keyword. So using this keyword, what we can do, basically every suppose example you take this one as a keyword here, struct keyword. For in this keyword, so why we are creating the structure, we have to save exactly. Suppose think like that we are dealing with some employees. So then for all the employees, for example, suppose think like that we are dealing with the employees. So employees basically when any employee belongs to company, so you will going to have a name. You will going to have a name. Again is employee ID. Again salary, all those things. So basically we'll have this members. Okay, so every employee will going to have these kind of attributes basically when it comes to database. So when you see this name, basically it's a string type, employee ID integer type, again salary, again float type or double type. So but all these types are bringing together in the structures as a members like this. Suppose example struct is a keyword. So for this keyword we will going to have dealing with whom, we have to say very clearly struct, we are dealing with employees. Okay, again we have to mention the members. Suppose example here we can say that uh, string, for example name. Okay, again otherwise you can take, actually string is not available in the C, but just I said, but you can use like this int character name. You can use the array, something like give size 10 like that. Again integer ID, again salary, so you can say it as float, and close it. So when you see this one, what happens here basically, so all the employee structure, whatever the employee structure, so whatever the attributes are there, all the attributes in one single data type. So basically character is a data type, int is a data type, float is a data type, all these things are data type. Why we are creating all these things? Exactly the reason is, so user will going to create one data type, that is called it as user defined data type. That is what exactly the structure is all about. So if you are not able to understand, I will going to make it very clear. Just a moment. So here you can able to see. So what I will do, suppose example, you take struct, okay, student. Yeah, struct is a keyword. I will want to write here. It's a keyword. Again, student is a tag name. Every student will going to have name, so that is character, name, character array. I will going to say here that his name is 50, the size is semicolon. Again, every student will going to have a roll number. That's why int roll number. Again, every student will going to have a date of birth. Again, every student will going to have a marks, like that. So many things will going to have. Again, you will going to have a age. So that is exactly. So age will be defined in terms of integer. Age, the data type is int. So like this, you can able to see there are many data types which are belongs to character, integer, all those things. Okay, all these things are data types. We are data types collected in the user defined data type, that is called it as struct data type. Okay, close this bracket with the semicolon. So whatever the things we have created right now, whatever the things we created, it would be like this. Okay, like this. Student is a variable here. Okay, in this memory, the memory is divided into three parts like this. One is for name. Okay, so in this you will going to find 50 locations. You can able to find 50 locations. Again, another location is roll number. Okay, another one is age, like this. Okay, now suppose I wanted to access these variables. Okay, I wanted to access name, I wanted to access roll number, I wanted to access age, all those things. So directly we cannot able to access. That is the reason why we have to create a variable for this in the main. So what I will going to do? Here I will going to say struct student. So something like variable is something like employee, EMP. Nothing but EMP is an employee variable, okay, associated with user defined data type. So that is name, age, and roll number. So if you want to access the value of name, if you want to access the value of roll number, if you want to access the value of age, so what you have to do basically employee dot age. So you have to use the dot operator to access the data or initialize the data, all those things. So this is how you will going to create a variable for structure. Now employee is a variable. Again, struct student is a data type as like integer. So this is the reason why we call this one structures are user defined data. Because we created this data type, that is the reason why we will call this one as a user defined data type. So we have given the name that is called a student. Student will going to have a number of attributes, that is name, roll number, and age, all these things. Again, we will going to close this structure. So this is what blueprint we have created for further use of employee or any student, whatever it may be. So for this one, we will going to create a variable. How we will going to create a variable? So already we have created a structure that is completely this entire thing. We will going to call it as a data type here. Okay, so in data type. So that's why struct student is a data type and employee is a variable. Using this variable, I can able to access the name, I can able to access the roll number, I can able to access the age. Let's go back to the program and we will going to see this program so that we can able to understand better. So let me erase this. Now you can see here in this. So they have created struct name, struct date. Okay, in this integer day, integer month, integer year. Okay, these three are the members of this particular structure. Again, structure is ended with the semicolon. So this is a very, very important thing we have to understand. Okay, after understanding this, what we will going to do, we will going to create a variable for this particular structure data type. What is the struct date? Is a data type right now. Okay, again, today is the variable. Again, yesterday is the variable. Okay, today is the variable as well as yesterday is the variable. Now, today's date we are giving something like this. Today dot d. I wanted to initialize some data, means how to today. So that is what exactly it looks like this. You can see this one. It looks like this. See, they have created a blueprint like this. So what is that blueprint is nothing but basically it's a d variable, again m, again y. So these are the variables, nothing but members of these memory locations, but just it's a blueprint. It will not going to occupy any kind of memory. So that's the reason why exactly we need a memory. In this memory, so we have to create a variable, that is today is a variable here, yesterday is also variable. So what we're going to do, using these variables, you can able to see. So I will going to create a variable that is called as today. Okay. In this today, this members are available. Nothing but what in this variable. Basically, when you create a variable, in the variable you will going to find a memory. Okay. So variable going to have some address that is 1000 like this. Again, they have created one more variable that is called as yesterday. In that yesterday, you can able to see attributes. Okay, so what are those? Date, month, and year. So this is also one variable. You can able to see. So this is 2000 something. Okay. Now what I will going to do? We will going to initialize the value. How we will going to initialize the value? Basically, see in this variable memory, so these members are available. Suppose I wanted to access this one, definitely I cannot able to access directly. So that is the reason why we have to use the operator that is called as dot operator. Using dot operator, we can able to initialize the value and we can able to retrieve the value and we can able to access the value. So how to do that one? First, what we are doing, we are initializing the value. How we want to initialize? Today dot d, nothing but today dot d, today dot d. So you can able to access the data. So what is the data they have given? That is 16. Okay. Again, you can able to see today dot m. So nothing but what is the data they have given? 9. Today dot y. What is the data they have given? 2020. Again, what is the yesterday data they have given? One is 11, another one is 4, another one is 2022. So like this, they have initialized the values. So I wanted to fetch this data. How to fetch this data? Same thing, same procedure we have to follow. Printf, okay. Percentage d, basically it is an integer value. That is the reason why percentage d, percentage d, percentage d. So that's why if you want to access this data, very simple. What we have to do today dot d. So automatically whatever the data is there, that will be popped out. So that is 16. You will want to get it. Again today dot m. So what is the month that will be popped out? Again today. So dot year. So what is that? You will want to get it. That is 2020. Like this, you can able to access. To access, you have to use the dot operator. How to use the dot operator? To initialize the values, you have to use the dot operator. So like this, you can able to see today dot d, today dot m, today dot n. Same thing has to be followed over here. After return 0, close the program. Definitely, you can able to access this one. So let me erase all these things which are, but no need to erase. Just I will want to run this program so that it will be very easy. Now we will want to run this one. You can able to see here. easily. Today date is 16/9/2020. Yesterday date is 11/4/2022. If you want it, you can able to change it, no problem. Today's date is something like 10. Again, month is 4. Again, 2022. Again, yesterday date is 9/4/2022. So when I run this program, you can able to see this one. So you can able to see today's date is 10/4/2022. Yesterday date is 9/4/2022. This is how you can able to access, you can able to initialize the values. So basically, creating a structure is nothing but very simple. What we are doing exactly. So we are creating a user defined data type from here to here. You can able to see from here to here, we are creating a user defined data type. So after that, user defined data type. So we will want to use that one. Again, we will want to create one variable. For this variable, memory will be created. Again, using that memory, so we will want to initialize the values to those members. DMY are the members of this particular struct date. So we will want to initialize the value, that is 10/4/22, all those things. Again, finally, we will want to uh, finally we will want to print these values. This is how we will want to create the structures. So thank you. If any problem, please comment us. Thank you very much.